mean much when you got another game next week, right? You got to back them up.
Yeah, especially the quicker week this week, right? So, yeah, it's one game at a time. You try to refocus. You enjoy it for a little while, but you refocus and you get back on it.
Is it hard to come down from that emotional high? I mean, with such a big win Monday Night Football that you got to regroup.
Not quite. I mean, I've been in. This is year 9, right? So I'm used to it. Maybe for a younger guy, but you understand that what you do in the prior weeks mean nothing moving forward. So yeah, every week you got to bring the same energy, the same chip on your shoulder, and so it's the mindset coming into today.
Is this defense kind of finding itself? I mean, as you kind of go more and more into it?
I think so. I think we've identified what we're good at and what we hold our hat on. Obviously, we got to continue to create turnovers. I think that's been a huge difference maker the past 2 weeks. But I think as long as we're preparing the right way, we've continued to prepare the right way. We've continued to bring the energy throughout the week, and it's paying off.
After the way this thing started, what would it mean to you guys to get a win at Lambeau and get back to 500 after starting 1-3?
Yeah, we understood that there's we kept a really good mindset through those weeks, through those times of losses, and we understood that there was a lot of football ahead. So not everybody expected this on the outside. Internally, we all expected to be in this position, and we hold whatever we want to hold move forward. And so it's just another step. We look at it as another game that we've got to prepare well, and we've got to go out and execute.
What do you make of all the fun you guys are having there? Celebrating on the field with all those takeaways. You're blasting music in the locker room. You got JJ giving Kirk chains after the game. I mean, what do you make of all the fun you guys are having?
That's when we're at our best. I think you saw a lot of that last year. The looseness, the enjoyment, the passion, and just the camaraderie within the locker room. That's what really good teams have, and we're building that. That's part of why I believe we're having the success that we are the past couple weeks.
One last question. Another young quarterback. You try to confuse him a little bit with different looks, different things. When do you know you have him? When do you know you kind of have him kind of second guessing?
I don't know. When you've got guys, coordinators like LaFleur, right, on the other side, they're always making adjustments. They're always trying to out scheme us. So it's not a matter of do we have them within the game. It's how do we continue to execute at a high level and stack plays on plays on plays and really discourage them mentally. So you stop the run game first of all, right? If they can run the ball, then they're going to have confidence in whatever they can do. That's number one, and then number two is getting after them with pressure and really interchanging the looks.
You've been so multiple with everything, but you mentioned finding that identity or identifying what you're best at. But how is each week learning more? Oh, that's on the table too. That's on the table. We can have this personnel grouping. How's it work?
A lot of it is game plan specific, but what we do is kind of what we do. We are very multiple. You got guys like Metellus who can play linebacker, safety, cover somebody if we need him to cover somebody, play in the box, play run. So we've got a lot of guys that can interchange, and I think that aids in making it difficult on offenses how to identify who is who. But yeah, I mean, each week we identify how we want to attack them, and it's kind of what goes into it, and then on top of that you have, okay, how do we make this look like this, and how do we account for what they might check to and different things. So.
And then when the personnel groupings are changing, is that at the same time you're hearing the call relayed, or you see guys and you're like, oh, I bet this call's about to come in, or
in terms of
like if you do bring in an extra DB or swap in at the front, and are you getting the call at the same time, or is it a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we'll going into the game plan, I'll have I'll know what calls go with what groupings. So yeah, if we're bringing in a heavier grouping, we know our 4 or 5 calls, 6 calls, whatever it might be for that week that we're going to run, and what to expect offensively, how they're going to try to attack us. Yeah.
Thanks, much.